Hey guys, what is up? Crypto Infinity back here. Welcome to the live stream tonight. But just want to say thanks for being here. And hey, let's get this party started. And here we go. So we take it the market cap for crypto. We do have it sitting at $1.86 trillion. Our 24-hour volume is sitting at 74.88 or 78 $74.8 billion, which is up 4.64%. We do have our Bitcoin dominance sitting at over 50%, which is at 52.4%. Our ETH dominance is sitting at 17.1%, and our ETH gas is sitting at 17 Gwei. Pretty low for Bitcoin sitting at 49, almost 50,000. That's pretty low on our ETH gas. But I mean, again, it is ETH. It's sitting at 2,600. But again, before we get deeper into the show, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate you for being here, and if you want to drop anything into the chat, just go ahead and do so. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. We are sitting at 49,578 dollars. Ethereum sitting at 2,639. Solana sitting at 111. So if you take a look, all these coins have been up 15%, 11%, 16% over the last 7 days. So a pretty big increase over the last week. We have XRP sitting at 52 cents. Again, XRP hasn't moved in forever. But I do have an article for that today. But we are sitting at 3.88% over the last 7 days, which is much lower compared to 15, 16, 11%. So yeah, that's something you want to be kind of just watching, accumulating, not financial advice. Cardano, we do have Cardano sitting at 54 cents. We are up 10% on that coin. Avalanche have it at $39.57, up 15% for the week. Chainlink, $20.09. We are up 10.38% over the last 7 days. Dogecoin sitting at 8 cents. Pretty much hasn't left that range between 7 cents and 9 cents. It's just been staying there. So if you take a look at that over the last 7 days, it hasn't been anywhere, which is with only 2.79% over the last 7 days. We have Polkadot sitting at $7.50. Again, that's another coin that's sitting up almost 11% over the last week. Polygon, 85 cents, up 6% over the last 7 days. ICP, $13.10. That's another coin that we are up 7.41% over the last week. So again, those are just some coins that you might want to take a look at. Those are some coins that I'm interested in. But again, not financial advice, and just make sure you do your own research before getting into a coin. So again, if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, we are sitting at 49,564. I have the VPVR set on here. So if you take a look here, we have our value area low, our point of control, and our value area high. So if you take a look, I did kind of squiggle some lines up here the other day, which was last Thursday. But if we can stay within this range, I think it'll be very bullish, because we are sitting above that 48,000 support level. So if you take a look here, we do have the support drawn at about 48.6, 48.5. So yeah, as long as we're moving here sideways and consolidating, where's my pencil? I lost the pencil, guys. Yeah, so here it goes. So again, as long as we squiggle this way and consolidate around 49 to 50,000, I think it'll be very bullish. And with doing that, we can go on and get our 52,000 level mark. So again, we did hit 51,000 on crypto.com. I know on here it doesn't show like that. It shows 50,370, but on crypto.com it did hit 51,000 and like $50. And if y'all want the proof, I got the proof. But but yeah. So as long as we consolidate within this range, I think we should be pretty safe for another move up. We might have a little retrace, but again, as for now, that's the target we're looking for, 52,000. So if we can hold this for the next couple days, I do believe we will be hitting 52,000 pretty shortly. Um, so again, if you take a look at the money flow is pretty much on the uptrend. If you take a look right there. Um, so yeah, it's a pretty good sign. Pretty good sign. But as you take a look right here, we are hitting that area of support. So it was right here at around 49,000. So our next level of support, like I said, is around 50,000. And as long as we hold that support level within this little range right here, we should be good and poised for another, not a big move up, but a significant move to the upside. So we go on and move on to the liquidation heat map. If you take a look here, we do have some liquidations around 419 million, sitting at around 50,604. And then we just have a ton. Ooh, excuse me. We have a ton down here. We have 617 million liquidations with leverage, sitting at 47,005. We do have 524 million sitting at 46.6. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of take a move down after we scoop up that liquidity up here. So again, let me get this erased a little bit so I won't have much of a mess. Yeah, so like I said, as long as we're holding this range, we should be looking good for another move up. But I wouldn't be surprised if, let me get my brush, kind of take a move up here and then sweep up that liquidity at that $50,600 mark, $700 mark, and then take a move down. Whoops, went too far. Yeah, let me get that erased. So from here, we'll probably drop down to that $46,000 mark and then scoop up that liquidity there. But again, that's just something that you want to be looking for. Again, no guarantees in crypto, but again, this liquidation heat map does help us out in kind of navigating the waters and pretty much taking a nice look on where we could be headed next. So on to our first article for the day, and I believe this came out yesterday. Yeah, correct. So February 12, 2024, Joe Biden posts laser eyes meme after Super Bowl, but it's not about Bitcoin. So U.S. President Joe Biden's laser eyed social media posts after the Super Bowl are usually seen in online Bitcoin circles, but his meme wasn't about the cryptocurrency. So again, I saw this literally like 30 seconds after he posted this, and it was just weird. It was kind of creepy, pretty cringe. Because again, I had just finished watching the game. Like I said, I hopped onto X, and that's when I saw. I was like, "What the heck?" But again, that's just something that kind of threw me off guard. As soon as I read, just like we drew it up, it doesn't doesn't sound like he should be saying that, especially after they pretty much rigged the game. But I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion. But we're gonna get back into the crypto space. So, United States President Joe Biden has unintentionally made himself a Bitcoin ambassador, or maxi, how people want to call it, after posting a laser eye emblazoned picture of himself on his X and Instagram profiles. So, caption, just like we drew it up, the post was made in reference to the Kansas City Chiefs win over the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl 2024, while many crypto enthusiasts initially took it as direct reference to or endorsement to Bitcoin. That is pretty much not the case. So pretty much, again, the case was that the Chiefs did beat San Francisco, and that if you're into it, there's been a whole conspiracy pretty much saying that they they rigged the game and the Chiefs won in order to get Taylor Swift's endorsement for President Biden. But again, this is not a conspiracy channel, so I'm gonna just go ahead and stop talking about that. But anyways, like you see down here, World Panda, he says, "Wow, this is a whole new level of cultural appropriation." So again, everybody was surprised on what he meant about that. But again, if you want to reference himself to being a Bitcoin maxi, then hey, I mean, we do want a president that endorses Bitcoin, right? I mean, it'll take Bitcoin to a whole nother level. But we're going to our next article. Bitcoin trades above 50,000 again, but this time it's very different. So Bitcoin last traded above 50,000 in December of 2021. Over 2 years ago, the crypto market looks very different this time around. Bitcoin surged to 50,000 on Monday. February 12th comes at a time of souped up institutional demand, a possible pivot in interest rates, and incoming scarcity from the Bitcoin halving, a stark contrast from just 2 years ago. So if you've been in the space for over 2 years, then you know what I'm talking about. I've been in here since around 2019, 2020, but I haven't been making videos like that. But yeah, I recently got into making content around, I want to say about 2 years ago. But I mean, yeah, here we are, 2024, and oh man, has it been a ride? So again, data shows that the last time Bitcoin hit the $50,000 mark was in December of 2021, a time when unbeknownst to the majority of investors, crypto was just about to crumble into an enduring bear market marked by 11 consecutive interest rate hikes in the United States, the collapse of several high-profile crypto institutions, and the exodus of retail investors from crypto that saw Bitcoin crashing to 15,800. So again, I saw it crash down all the way to 15,000, and I did scoop up some Bitcoin, some altcoins, but again, it's kind of DCAing my way along. Again, that's just me. It's not financial advice, but that's just what I did. And again, this is just for you to kind of follow along on my journey. And again, if you want to take my advice, I mean, again, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research before you invest into anything. Because here in this channel, again, I'm just opening up about what I prefer, my opinions and thoughts. But again, the last time Bitcoin was at 50,000, 50% of supply was held by by lettuce hands. Again, this is not my word, but this is Mitchell Huddle. This is Seg 246. What's up, Hector? What's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate you for being here. So we do have Terra Luna running a Ponzi, FTX selling paper Bitcoin, Grayscale Bitcoin, premium buyers getting wrecked, precipice of fastest rate hike in history, and a Super Bowl crypto ads. So again, Bitcoin at 50,000 today. If we go ahead and click on it, it does take me to a whole nother page on X. But this year we do have it at 70% of supply held by Diamond Hands. Passive Wall Street bid. Again, the ETFs kind of coming along as the weeks have come. And we do have the Ethereum ETF coming soon. So 9 weeks away from the halving. Rate cuts coming later this year, but no Super Bowl ads other than the Coinbase one that they did release on Twitter. But again, other than that, nothing on the Super Bowl. So speaking of Cointelegraph, eToro market analyst Josh Gilbert says this time macro conditions are increasingly favorable for risk assets like Bitcoin this time. We got 4 or 5 cuts lined up from the Federal Reserve in 2024. The fourth Bitcoin halving that would enhance the asset's scarcity
and further inflows to Bitcoin ETFs after already seeing billions of dollars flow in just weeks after launching. So the first big catalyst many investors are looking is to the upcoming Bitcoin halving, explained Gilbert. The halving is scheduled for April and will cut rewards in half for Bitcoin miners. It is widely viewed as a bullish catalyst for the price of Bitcoin in the long term. So again, we have seen the last Bitcoin halvings. After the halving, we do see a pretty nice sized dump from there. And then after the dump, after everybody's kind of consolidated into the market, that's when we start seeing the price of Bitcoin going up. Everybody starts getting scared, starts holding and transferring onto their ledger or their cold wallets. So if we go on to the next article, we do have Bitcoin stronger ahead of halving. Grayscale spot Bitcoin ETFs have amassed more than 192,000 Bitcoin in holdings as of Friday since their launch nearly a month ago. So Bitcoin could see a steady price increase after its halving event on lower selling pressure and new interest in native Bitcoin-based applications. Ordinals have revitalized Bitcoin on-chain activity and bolstered fundamentals while buying demand from spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds, or also known as ETFs, which are likely to support higher prices in the future. So again, I know most of y'all have heard Bitcoin to $1 million. It's possible, yes. I'm not saying it's gonna happen this year, but I do believe that Bitcoin to $1 million is very possible. So again, that's just something that you want to keep an eye on. Again, it's not financial advice, but if you do want to accumulate Bitcoin, hey, that'll be a good way to kind of store your money, and it'll be kind of like buying digital gold, in my views. Uh, Bitcoin's technical fundamentals and use cases have significantly increased in the past year and likely made the asset stronger ahead of its historically bullish halving event compared to previous years, crypto asset management Grayscale said in a research note last week. Despite minor revenue challenges in the short term, fundamental on-chain activity and positive market structure, updates make this halving different on a fundamental level. So again, I know, like I said, many people have seen Bitcoin to $1 million, Bitcoin 100,000, and yes, I do believe it's possible. Look how fast we got to 50,000, and again, I think we could hold, as long as we hold that 50,000 and we get above that $52,000 mark and hold from there. We have a good ways up, and I think it'll be very bullish. But again, now on to our last article. We do have Ripple to buy New York crypto trust company to expand U.S. option. Standard Custody and Trust Company, which has a New York charter, will be the latest acquisition to grow Ripple's regulatory qualifications. Ripple's acquisition plan to grab a company with a New York trust charter will expand the business it's allowed to conduct in the U.S., potentially letting it move beyond its well-known role as a payments network. The deal, Ripple's second recent purchase of a custody business, must still be approved by the New York regulator. Ripple struck a deal to acquire Standard Custody, the company said Tuesday, in order to secure a New York trust charter and an ongoing expansion of its regulatory licensing. So if you haven't been keeping up with Ripple, they've also been acquiring many companies, and I think they're getting ready to go public and list their IPO. But again, that's just from what it seems like. Again, we can't just say it's gonna happen and it's gonna happen. That's just something that I do believe that will happen. But again, it'll probably be more in the future, probably towards the middle of the year to the end of the year, type of deal, probably quarter 3 and 4. But again, we'll see what happens. But despite Ripple's overseas focus and its high-profile legal clash with the U.S. Security Exchange Commission, which has so far mostly gone against the regulator, the global payments company is still trying to stretch its capabilities in the U.S. The limited purpose trust charter held in New York by the company Ripple is buying will let it offer more in-house services. So, including to financial firms seeking to tokenize assets, the company is trying to push beyond the payments network it's known for and into the financial products in which the institutional customers can benefit from blockchain technology. We want to offer more
more and more of these infrastructure pieces to these financial institutions, said Ripple President Monica Long in an interview with CoinDesk. We see this as giving us a lot of flexibility. So again, she called it a long-term project, and she said Ripple is still seeking to complete the rest of its U.S. money transmission licensing. But again, I do think that Ripple is heading in the right direction, and I know people are getting, the XRP army is getting bored of holding XRP at 50 cents, 52 cents. But again, here, let's take a look at XRP's chart. This daily chart right here. So this one doesn't go that far, that far back. I think it goes to around 2020. But even then, I mean, it gives you a general concept of where we're at and where we've pretty much been at for the last couple months. So we see right here, we take a look down here, we did see Bitcoin. We saw XRP dip to about 28 cents. And then we won the lawsuit, topped off right here around 90 cents, 93 cents. Now I just came back down here, fought our way back to around 75 cents. And it's just been a sad couple weeks here for XRP and the XRP army, sitting at about 52 cents. And man, has it felt like forever. Again, I hold XRP myself, but again, that's not financial advice. That's just my personal opinion. I do think it'll do very well in the future. But again, that's just me. Do your own research before you get into it. So, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like I said, XRP right here. And then we did see it kind of just keep on hitting this resistance level of 56 cents. And it's just been going back and forth, hitting that mark right there. Won the lawsuit, came back, dipped down here, tipped back up here, down, up, surpassed that level, won to 75 cents, and we've just been trading above it, which should have been very bullish and kind of brought us up to around $1. But again, we are sitting at 52 cents, and it's just been pretty boring for the last couple days, the last couple weeks. But I mean, again, it just gives us a better chance to accumulate before the price goes up. As long as it consolidates down here, I mean, it should launch us up pretty significantly. But again, that's just my opinion. If you take a look down here, we do have a bullish divergence forming, and I mean, as long as that money flow comes up right here, we should see the money flow coming up. It'll cause us to hopefully surpass that 56 cent mark and then kind of hold above and just trade along here until we finally come up to around 75 to 93 cents again. But again, that's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. But as for tonight, that's pretty much all I have for the show tonight. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and appreciate you for watching. If you want me to take a look at anything, make sure you drop it down in the comments. I would say drop it down in the live chat, but I'm about to hop off. But if you want me to take a look at anything on the next time, I'll be on Thursday. Make sure you drop it in the comments or let me know. Send a direct message on X, CryptInfinity _ on Twitter or on X. So if you want to send me a direct message, go ahead and do that. But again, appreciate you all for watching, and